good afternoon and welcome along to Sirius Academy West, the East Riding Arena for this fixture between East Riding Futsal Club and Birmingham. A big fixture for East Riding as they look to continue their imperious form in the league in the Tier 2 North. I'll just run you through Birmingham's lineup first of all. They've got Martins and Schrefer, the two goalkeepers, Aldridge, Chiang, Alatis, Kumar Gill, Little Hales, Lavelle and Bruiners is their lineup. As for East Riding today, well, they start with Tyler Denson in goal, Cian Skelton, Bradley Williams, Henry Tedget-Meyer and Lucas Salubrich are the starting team. You've got Harrison Fletcher, Ollie Liddell, Mason Chaffer, Danny Clark, Jason Chineri, Grayson Giles and Connor Taylor also in the squad for today. Last time out for East Riding, a 23 victory over Loughborough B. Fantastic win, plenty of goals. Bouncing back after their previous league game, which was a defeat against York 5-3. Hopefully there'll be a courtside episode out about that very, very soon. As for Birmingham coming into this game, they've only won one of the last three despite being sat in fourth place. A defeat to Manchester B last time, 4-2. A victory came against the Eagles though, 11-5, and a 9-7 loss to York. Eagles currently playing across the other side in Hull, playing against Atletico City Birmingham, who are sat in second place. That's going to be a big game coming up for East Riding. They've got them in the Cup and in the league as well, as the two teams enter the court for the first time today. The two teams met on the season opener actually for East Riding. It was a 6-0 victory. Chaffer got 2, Jacqueline, Skelton, Salubridge and Williams also on target that day. But Birmingham have beaten East Riding in the past, going back to the 23-24 season. During that season though, East Riding also got a 9-2 victory. As you can possibly see, East Riding in their usual black and yellow kits. Black shorts and yellow socks. As for Birmingham, they're in a, I'm not really quite sure what to call it. It's a grey, whitewashed shirt, black shorts and yellow socks. That won't get confusing for somebody later in the game if the keepers push on as well. East Riding's keepers in a white and black kit, which is not too dissimilar actually to Birmingham. There's the Birmingham keeper's just preparing himself. He's in a luminescent orange, black shorts and white socks as well. Sounds like Birmingham will get us underway. Just run you back through the starting five for East Riding. You've got Tyler Denson in goal. Tedget-Meyer will be the deepest player. You expect Williams and Skelton, captain, to play a bit wider, with Salubrich as the pivot for East Riding today. Birmingham just finishing their huddle up. Some big players in the team comparative to East Riding, but we've seen big players come up against East Riding in the past and not do as well as maybe they thought in terms of Atletico City. Birmingham were one of them. And like I say, Birmingham will get us underway, and it will be Lavelle to knock it back. And it'll be hit forward towards Lavelle. Well won in the air by Tedget-Meyer. It's a kick in over that far side, which Chiang will take. He actually runs away and he'll try and collect the ball. Easy take from Denson. Williams has an option of a 3-on-2. He cuts back. East Riding just happy to play the patient game for the moment. Here's Tedget-Meyer. Ball across to Salubrich. Salubrich off the bar. Lavelle will come away from it. Salubrich almost had his 44th of the season. Denson comes racing out and then clears it long and out of play. A bit of a collision between Skelton and Aldridge, by the looks. Oh no, yeah, it's Skelton and Aldridge by the looks of it. That ball's thrown hard and long. Denson collects it in. Williams one-on-one with his man, gives it to Lubric. Lubric goes down, but Lavelle will have an effort on goal. It spins away, and that's taking a deflection off Tejit Meyer. I feel like the new camera angles that we've brought in with the change of venue as the first shot from Aldridge goes over the bar, the top scorer for Birmingham. Camera angles had a little bit of difference, thanks to Steve for putting them up on a ladder not too long ago. As Skelton just about keeps that in play. Back to Tejit Meyer. Birmingham are happy to sit deep and just press. Tejit Meyer's out of play, and it's a challenge from Aldridge. Aldridge go forwards to Lavelle. Lavelle keeping it with some tricky footwork, and it's another good challenge from Tejit Meyer. His defensive work pretty good today. Got a few good goals last week though, mainly from range. Little Hales, his shot bounces back to him, and Piang forces a quick reaction save from Denson. We haven't seen much from East Riding's attacking style yet. Salubric has hit the bar though, as the ball comes back to Lavelle. Salubric there with a good challenge. Tejit Meyer now to Williams, a little bit behind Bradley Williams, and it's a good challenge from Little Hales, and it'll be thrown long. Lavelle turn and shot, it's a really good finish. Denson couldn't do a lot about it, it's thrown over the shoulder. Of Lavelle. And Birmingham take an early lead. Here's Tejit Meyer. Williams can't get the ball across. And that's flicked forward. Chiang tries to play it all the way across. It's a really good touch there from Alatis, the captain, just making his first touch on the court. Gresfa throws it forward. Lavelle can't keep hold of it. Tejit Meyer with some good strength. He's riding already under the pump a little bit. Williams will get the ball out his feet. Has an option down the line, that's Skelton. It'll get to Skelton via Tejit Meyer. His cross is too deep. And that's out of play for a Birmingham ball over the far side. Ball forward, Lavelle holding it up well. Puts it around the corner, can't find a teammate. It's Tejit Meyer instead now to Skelton. Skelton looking for the run of Williams. Salubric has dropped deep. You'd possibly have wanted him higher up. Chiang tries to take on Salubric. Salubric with some good defence. And that is an East Riding ball. A little bit of interference from the Birmingham bench. But it's a Birmingham ball, actually, according to the referee. One of the interchanges, Kumar Gill, will take this. Knocks it backwards. Ball forward looking for Lavelle again. And actually, it's not Lavelle on this occasion, it's Bruiners. Another big, broad forward. Williams showing some strength and wins himself a kick in. Salubric will take the ball in from Skelton. Good challenge for Alatis. Chaffer's on, and Chaffer will take a touch inside to Williams. Williams looking for Skelton. Skelton tries to play it across to Salubric. Keeper makes some good decisions to come out and spread himself wide. East Riding not playing with any of their usual pace at the minute. Williams beats his man. He'll look to get a ball across. Spins out. Can't get to Chaffer. Chaffer will put a challenge in. An opportunity is well prevented by Williams. Bruin as it was with the run. Alatis. Bruners once more. It's well intercepted by Salubric. Salubric under pressure, turns two. Still going Salubric. He'll go down with a challenge of Alatis, the captain. Schaffer has tried to get this underway quickly. The referee's just said it's from the wrong spot. Schaffer will have another go at taking this in his grey and white total Nike vintage-esque trainers. I remember when they weren't vintage. Here is Schaffer again. Skelton. Williams will move forward. Now to Schaffer. Schaffer, effort on goal is tipped wide. It's out for a corner kick. East Riding looking to build some tempo. Schaffer. Ball across. It's turned onto a post. It's the woodwork again for East Riding. That's prevented them getting back on level terms. And then a wonderful save from Schaffer from a rangy effort from Skelton. It's a goalkeeper's ball. Thrown long again. Bruners is forced a save out of Denson. Bruners again. Effort on goal poked forward by Aldridge, and it's off the post and in. And East Riding have gone two behind. And it's Aldridge with his 20th of the season. And this time the woodwork has been, well, again, the woodwork has been really kind to Birmingham. East Riding hit the post and the bar, and it's not gone in. And Birmingham have actually converted off the post there. The initial effort was a toe prod from Aldridge, but he's forced it home. And the visitors have a surprise 2-0 lead. Pineri's on as well. Effort on goals wide. A long throw out seems to be working well for Birmingham. Corner to be taken. Pulled back. Effort stopped as Little Hales tried to get on target. Salubric can't keep hold of the ball. He's won himself a kick in though. Timeout called from Dave Lawty. He looks less than impressed with his side. Birmingham 2-0 ahead so far. Lavelle with a really nice turn and volley to put Birmingham in the lead, and then Aldridge adding a second not too long ago. Don't forget you can catch everything from podcasts to courtside for East Riding. I'm sure this little bit of we've not even had 4 minutes in this game. Like I said, don't forget you can catch courtside on the YouTube page for East Riding. There's plenty you can get on there, including match highlights, and you'll probably get a full match replay of this as well. One or two of East Riding's players won't want to be looking back at this first 4 minutes too kindly. Here's Schaffer. Now to Chineri. Chineri gets it out his feet. Number 12 switches it to his captain. Skelton has Chineri running round. Here's Salubric dropping deep. Salubric will try and work something into Schaffer. Schaffer holds it up well. Schaffer looking for a turn and shooting opportunity. Here's Chineri's effort on goal is blocked by Little Hales. Skelton. Chineri. Ball across. Salubric turn. Effort on goal's blocked, and then chip is over the bar onto the roof of the net. It was really inventive, but maybe it was too close in to actually get that on target and over the keeper as well. Keeper's done well so far. He throws it out. Schaffer's putting a strong challenge there on Lavelle. The score of the opener. Little Hales. Lavelle heads it aimlessly. Chineri intercepts. Skelton under pressure. Back to Denson. Denson will roll it to Schaffer. Mason Schaffer into Skelton. Schaffer again onto his left foot. Effort on goals blocked and out for a kick it. East Riding trying to build something. Pineri now. Salubric. Salubric turns, he's tripped as well, and he wins himself a free kick. Second foul against Birmingham this afternoon. Skelton has Chineri on the far post. Salubric has gone to the near post. Schaffer's gone back towards halfway. Could go for a goal himself. He does so, and it hits the wall, and maybe a wasted opportunity because Schaffer had nobody around him if he wanted to maybe build something. Salubric ball into the area is blocked and couldn't find Chineri's. Alatis tries to burst forward. Denson with some defensive action. Alatis to take. He's told his teammate to slow it down. Here's Little Hales. Good challenge from Chaffer. Now Skelton challenges and wins the ball well and keeps going. Does Skelton can't find Chineri. Birmingham look to break. Alatis. Ball round the corner from Little Hales. Well held up from Lavelle, but couldn't find his teammate. Lavelle will try and put the ball across, and that is a goalkeeper's ball, I think, as that goes in front of the hot dog and snacks area. Skelton to move forward. Chang with the good challenge. One of the top scorers for Birmingham with some good defensive work. As an opportunity for Chaffer, and he can't find Chineri. Birmingham playing on the break quickly, but East Riding prevent it. Skelton with a good touch out his feet and a left-footed effort into the bottom corner. East Riding have a goal back. It's a good finish from Skelton. He won it on the counter-attack, and then just picked his spot and put it in the bottom corner. East Riding just 2-1 down. Clark's come on now. He scored 8 against Birmingham. He'd hope to get another one today. I know his effort of goal from kicking, I don't think would have counted, but the keeper was out of position, almost tipped it in himself. Chineri and Clark putting some pressure on the Birmingham man. There's an opportunity for a 2-on-1. Denson does really well to stop a clear goal-scoring chance. Little Hales to take this kick in over the far side. It's been a game played at a rapid pace. An air shot though gives East Riding a chance to get foot on the ball once more. Clark to Skelton. Skelton. Clark once more. Over halfway. Ball's under the challenge. Now Skelton to Chineri. It's a fair challenge, says the referee. Chaffer can't find Skelton, and we're just having a look at the goal for Denson. It's just out of place. Chineri, Clark, behind Chaffer and East Riding, and not quite on the save wavelength there. Alatis to knock it backwards. Birmingham trying to get forward quickly again. It's a bit similar to how Manchester B played at times, where they had the artificial transitions in play, where you force a team onto you and then break on them quickly, but they've been far more effective. Timeout for Birmingham. Both teams using their timeouts in the opening 10 minutes or so of this game. East Riding, since the last one, have pulled a goal back through Keane Skelton, but it was Lavelle with a really nice turn and volley to open the scoring. Aldridge forced the ball home past Denson for the second. East Riding only lost one game all season, and that came through York the other week. Don't forget, of course, you can, as I mentioned before, catch everything East Riding on the social media channels, as well as on YouTube. You can get Courtside, the podcast, highlights, replays of the game. I'm sure Danny and Dave will have plenty more content for you to consume in the coming days, weeks and months as we head into the final stretch of the season. Ball put across, and it's actually played well over the bar. You put 4 goals on top of each other, it might have just about reached the net. Skelton now to Chineri. Chineri has Chaffer down the line, and instead he hits it hard into the man in front of him. Chineri to knock it back towards Clark. Underfoot to Skelton, out his feet as well. Looking up. Chaffer with a pass towards Skelton, and Skelton hadn't read that at all. Chaffer and Skelton have really not been on the same wavelength on a couple of occasions so far. Good interception there by Skelton using his head. It was a potential one-on-one if Skelton hadn't got his head on that. Treffer, the goalkeeper, bowling out. Brunas clears that long and hard. I think that's all his game plan is. If he's not forward, he'll hit it hard and long. And the ball will go into him hard. He's a big man and he can hold it up well. Here's Clark to Skelton, out his feet. Now to Chineri. Chineri will look to get a killing effort on goal. It's well blocked. I don't think that was going in. It might have been hitting the post again. Alatiske went down and blocked it, did the number 9 and captain of Birmingham. He's striding a Grayson Giles on, hoping to change the fortunes a little bit going forward as the captain's Skelton's come off. Here's Lavelle. Clark with a challenge. Aldridge goes down. Handball against Aldridge. It's actually a foul given against East Riding. Clark felt he'd won the ball. Aldridge almost caused a little bit of an altercation. East Riding a little bit unhappy with that decision from the referee. A little bit of frustration seeping in from the home team. Referees just having a little bit of a discussion over what they've seen. Birmingham ball is the decision. First foul against East Riding in this game. Alatis is stood over this with Kumar Gill. Alatis is the number 9 you can see in the middle of your screen. Kumar Gill makes a run down the line. It'll be Alatis to strike and it's wide. It was curling wide rather than an effort that curls back in. It was not going to trouble Denson's goal from that width. Chineri down the line. Clark pushing it inside and down goes Clark. He's actually hit the camera table just in front of me. He's got back up and he's okay. Clark with a challenge. Referee just having a word with the goalkeeper. Harrison Fletcher mentioned actually before the game the Birmingham players can be a little bit feisty at times, and just wondering what the decision is. I think that's another foul against Birmingham. I believe it might have been a rolling one. Ball back to Clark. Clark can't find Traffer. And Clark actually comes off Williams. I don't know whether he's picked up a bit of a knock as he fell into the table in front of us. A ball's just gone onto the court. A couple of the youngsters over the far side, a little bit enthusiastic to get on. They often play on the court on half-time. Trapper with the intercept. Here's Kumar Gill. Alatis. Effort on goals blocked by Giles. It's a Birmingham ball. Chaffer's come off. Tejit Meyer back on. Yet to see Taylor in this game, or any of the replacement goalkeepers. Ollie Liddell won player of the match the other week against Birmingham, and Fletch won player of the match actually the other week against York, so the keepers have rotated in well. Here's Williams trying to create something. Giles back onto his right foot. Williams is the easy option, goes to him. Chineri's dropped deep, and it's a good challenge. Denson will keep hold of the ball. Now Chineri. Ball forward towards Giles. Kick in for East Riding. Tejit Meyer. Now to Chineri, underfoot. Williams again to Chineri. Tejit Meyer across to Williams. East Riding now looking for an effort on goal. It's blocked. Williams with a bit of burst of pace. He'll take this kick in. Chineri to Williams. Chineri makes a run down the line. Williams instead goes to Tedrick Meyer, forces a strong save from the hands of Shrestha. Tedrick Meyer with an effort is shovelled away by the keeper a second time. Scored a couple from that sort of range the other day against Loughborough. Here's Chineri over the far side. Williams has cleared not only the goal but the basketball net as well. And Birmingham are just taking the time over this. He'll have a countdown in a second as that's thrown long as usual towards Bruners. Bruners' touch isn't the best and Tedrick Meyer escorts him out of play. Bruners then tries to kick the ball away, which the referee is now telling him to just watch his conduct. Chineri tries to play it down the line, well intercepted by Ching Hing Chiang. One of only 3 players to get into double figures for Birmingham this year. Williams across to Tedrick Meyer. Now Chineri. Williams once more. Round the corner towards Giles. Giles turns, wins himself a kick in. Chineri puts Tedrick Meyer under pressure. Challenge between himself and Jiang is a close one, and East Riding will once again try and build up from just inside their own half. Tedrick Meyer with a tackle is won a kick in. It was a close call for the referee. Bruners is a little frustrated again and vents at the referee, Williams. Tedrick Meyer almost runs into his teammate as Chineri with a good turn. Chineri still going into the side netting, and that is a rolling foul against Birmingham. It was a pull back on Chineri, that's what it was, over that far side. That's 4 fouls against Birmingham. They've used them quite tactically well. Bruners can't get his touch under control. It's a bit like Lavelle. Lavelle's actually got a decent first touch. Bruners has not really made his touch count so far. It's been a bit of a battering ram at times and a target man as that ball's played first time around the corner by Giles. Into Tedrick Meyer. Chineri. Chineri out his feet. Touched by Williams, takes him backwards. Williams still going forward. Williams' effort, goal into the bottom corner. And he's riding back on level terms. Brad Williams just found himself in space and directed it into the far corner of the net. And both himself and Skelton are on target today, both reaching 24 goals for the season. Got a hat-trick last week in about 90 seconds, did Williams, despite having not scored for the first 18 minutes of the second half. Or until that point. Here is Williams again. East Riding looking to build some momentum. Williams will go down the line past Bruners. He can't keep up with the pace of Williams. Williams will turn his effort goalwards, and it's cleared by the feet of the goalkeeper once more. Williams now to Tedrick Meyer. Turns inside onto his right foot. Keeps it left-footed to Giles. Giles goes past 1 and goes past 2. Giles still going. Turns it towards the far post. Keeper saves well. Low. Jiang. Tedrick Meyer will push forward onto him. Bruners under the challenge of Giles. A switch as Bruners has been brought off. Alatis has been playing a bit of a defensive role so far, and he's gone forward. He's maybe trying to control the game from the front for Birmingham. His turn. Tedrick Meyer, good save by Denson. 1-on-1. Tedrick Meyer now to Skelton. A foul there against Birmingham. They're pushing the back by Alatis, and that's the 5th foul for Birmingham. Another one, and they concede a 10-metre penalty. Skelton across to Williams. East Riding a little bit on top. Birmingham could be slightly rattled, a bit like East Riding were early on. A timeout was called by Dave Lawty in the opening 4 minutes. Chiang looking to turn Tedrick Meyer. Williams putting some pressure on Alatis. Ball across to Chiang, but Williams has blocked well. Now found Skelton. Skelton 2-on-1 at the far post. Giles can't get there, but it's a good save by the keeper, shoveling it away. Again, it was Skelton going for the far post. Giles to take. Tedrick Meyer into position. Tedrick Meyer's effort across goal. It's blocked by the feet of the keeper. Back out to Williams. Drives it in. Can't get past the defenders. Williams can't keep that in either. It's ricocheted off his shins and out of play for a goalkeeper's ball. Ball thrown long. One in the air by Tedrick Meyer. Here's Giles. Giles cuts inside and to his right. Back to Tedrick Meyer. Now Williams directing traffic and will look to try and find some space again. Giles, Williams. Tedrick Meyer cuts inside. Now to Williams. Tedrick Meyer tries to force some play wide, but Giles gets it underfoot. Skelton cuts inside. Can't find Tedrick Meyer, but he's just about won that back off two of them. Williams to Skelton, tries to flick it around the corner. Little Hales wins it back and it's out for a East Riding ball. Giles to take. Chaffer's on. Unusual to see Chaffer and Tedrick Meyer both on. Chaffer will get it out his feet to Tedrick Meyer. Inside to Skelton. Skelton off the bar and in. And East Riding take the lead for the first time in this game, having been 2-0 down. Skelton's been at the double. Williams also on target. East Riding back to 3-2. A really good finish from Keane Skelton from close range. Not a lot the keeper could do about it. And Birmingham will have to continue fighting if they want to get back in the lead. Salubric back on and he's immediately lost the ball as a challenge seen Tedrick Meyer go to ground. Ball across. Skelton can't quite convert for his hat-trick. It was really well played. The interchanges have really made a difference in the last couple of minutes. Ball back to Skelton. Skelton now across to Chaffer. Chaffer from range. It's blocked off the backside of Aldridge and that's out of play from Chaffer. Couldn't find Taylor. It's been quite an exciting game. It's a good advertisement once again for futsal. Although Dave Lotey won't be best impressed with the opening 5 minutes for East Riding. Allardyce back to Aldridge. Held up once again by one of the big forwards. On this occasion it's Lavelle. Chaffer to Salubric. Salubric will move forward, then turn back inside to Skelton. Taylor. Taylor can't find his teammate. And East Riding will prevent a breakaway. Here's Taylor and Chaffer goes down. 2 East Riding players on the floor. Lavelle back inside. Salubric does well to knock out for a corner kick. Chaffer's not impressed. In fact, he was pulled down, but nothing given, says either the referees. Fletcher's in goal for the first time today for East Riding. Birmingham ball across. Salubric will look to break. Chaffer's gone forward. Salubric down the line. Can't get beyond Little Hales. He'll cut back onto his right foot. Goes down. He's won himself a 10-metre penalty. He drew the foul in. He's very, very clever with his footwork and he couldn't really turn, couldn't Little Hales. And it was Skelton looking for his hat-trick. Little Hales felt it was a dive. Dressler making sure he's closing down the angle. Skelton lining this up, right-footed, placing it to the bottom corner, and there's his hat-trick. And Keane Skelton has his 26th of the season and puts East Riding 4-2 up. He missed a penalty last week, but he's really made up for it today and has a hat-trick too. Birmingham haven't replied to any of East Riding's 4 goals in the last 10 minutes or so. Little Hales clips it forward and it's out of play for Chaffer to take. All the way across towards Taylor. Taylor slips. Actually, it's a Birmingham ball. It'll be Chiang to take. Back to Little Hales. Good block by Salubric. Skelton under challenge. Keeps the ball. Still going. Ball breaks its way back. Lavelle finishes from close range. It's well won back by Chiang. And Lavelle gets his 2nd of the game. He opened the scoring in this one. And he places it down to the left-hand side of Fletcher. And Fletcher couldn't get there. He hasn't had a chance to really get a hand on the ball yet. And Chiang immediately with a good challenge again. Here is Fletcher, round the corner by Chaffer. Chaffer hadn't looked up and nobody was really focusing on where that pass was going. Ball thrown out, Chaffer with a good challenge. He just about shields it back to Fletcher. Salubric, Taylor out his feet. Taylor under challenge, keeps it, but then a second challenge from Little Hales wins the ball back. Chiang, moving across, then cuts back onto his right foot. Little Hales out his feet. Salubric is turned by Alatis. Alatis will get the ball back under pressure from Salubric though, forced backwards. In fact, all the way back to his own half. Lavelle. Chiang under pressure from Taylor. Taylor with a good challenge, and in fact, I think he's won himself a corner. It's a goalkeeper's ball, according to the referee. It was a hard one to call, actually, from the referee's angle. Ball thrown long. Chaffer wins the header. Salubric with a really good touch. Salubric cutting inside, still going. It's a really big chance. Skelton across, and Taylor can't convert from close range. It was a tight angle, in fairness, as Taylor was stretching for it. It was all built from Chaffer winning that header at the back. Under some pressure from from Bruiners. Chiang cuts inside. 1-2 with Little Hales. Skelton does well to shield it back to Fletcher. Fletcher picks it up now to Chaffer. Salubric, good touch out his feet. Turns his man and still going is Salubric. Now feeds Skelton's effort on goals blocked. And it's head home from Chaffer at the far post. East Riding restore their 2-goal advantage. And Mason Chaffer at the far post from what was a nice turn from Salubric. Effort across goal from Skelton. And it's East Riding 5, Birmingham 3, as Clark almost converts from almost directly from the kickoff, actually. Restha. Just been counted down, throws it long, well intercepted by Skelton, can't keep hold of it though. Kumar Gill it was, who was passing to Little Hales, couldn't be controlled. Clark turns back inside, now to Salubric. Salubric will enjoy being one-on-one against Aldridge, tries to get inside. Aldridge with a good challenge though. Salubric wins the ball back. Salubric will run at his man and then goes right-footed, good save. Taylor with his ball out his feet, now to Skelton. East Riding almost getting a 6th. Salubric once more. I said this last week, he's yet to score, but then he went and scored 4 in the second half. Salubric back to Skelton. Skelton out his feet to Salubric once more. Ball across Skelton, then finishes it. He gets his 4th for the game. And East Riding now lead 6-3. And Kane Skelton's found a little bit of flush of form. He normally scores his goals from 10-metre penalties, but he's only scored 1 today and has a hat-trick of open play goals, 4 in total. Birmingham look to get the ball forward quickly. The 2 number 9s come up against each other. Alatis with a finish. Almost directly from kickoff, the captain beat Taylor in the air and then finished it into the far corner. And that makes it East Riding 6, Birmingham 4, the visitors. Pulling a goal back almost instantaneously. Giles to take the kick-off. To Clark. Looks up, plays it into Tejit Meyer, now to Salubric. Salubric down the line, looks to hit it across goal and it's bounced its way in. I'm not sure who's got that. And I think it's Salubric who's forced it home. Giles wanted to get a touch on it, but Salubric has his number 44 for the season. He's now level on goals with Loughborough B. He's already outscored Bolton B and West Yorkshire. Clark. Tejit Meyer. Salubric. Into Clark. Clark just about gets that under control. It's a Ball to Tedrick Meyer, he flicks it over Brunner's. Alatis, Brunner's effort on goal is saved by the hands of Fletcher. Giles once told there was a man on, but East Riding have the ball back once more. It's a kick in on halfway. Ball across to Tedrick Meyer, Salubric, Giles. East Riding building from deep. Clark on his left foot to Salubric. Salubric looking to beat Aldridge. Aldridge has done pretty well against Salubric actually so far. He's occasionally been beaten one-on-one as Clark's effort on goal's tipped over by the strong right hand of the goalkeeper. 7 goals though today for East Riding. Birmingham have managed to get 4, which will really frustrate East Riding. Ball towards Giles. It's a good interception by Alatis. Clark with a challenge on Brunner's. Now Salubric will take over. Salubric onto his right foot. He looks to get an effort on goal. It's a good challenge from Aldridge again. Aldridge tries to turn, does so successfully. It's a nice bit of play from Alatis. Alatis then tries to beat Clark. Clark takes out the captain of Birmingham. I think that's the second foul of the game against East Riding. It's one of those that you maybe have to take because Birmingham were building some momentum. It was a little bit of a swipe. We'll have to see how East Riding set this wall up because there's been a couple of occasions where they've conceded free kicks in the last few weeks. One of them was against Eagles. The other came last week against Loughborough in one of their 3 goals in the first half. Alatis and Aldridge lining this up. It'll be Aldridge to take. Lavell's at the far post. Chiang's near the wall. Effort on goal's ticked away by Fletcher. Aldridge slipped as he hit it. He's still got a good purchase on the ball though. Chiang to take this corner kick. Ball's cleared out. It's an East Riding ball though. Fletcher will throw it into Clark round the corner to Giles. Giles left-footed effort into the side netting. East Riding giving Birmingham a little bit of their own medicine as that ball was thrown long. Clark will have an effort on goal. It's wide. He hit 3 figures for East Riding for his career earlier on this season. Looking to add to that total, and Clark can't get that under control first time, but does on the second attempt. Tedrick Meyer now to Salubric. Salubric can't nutmeg his man, but Chiang will win himself a kick in. Salubric is wandering backwards slowly. I believe there's about 3 minutes left. Salubric to Tedrick Meyer. Clark, Tedrick Meyer once more. Force backwards all the way to Fletcher, now to Clark. Tedrick Meyer. Salubric out his feet, has 2 for company. Tedrick Meyer back to Clark, out his feet left-footed, it's blocked by Alatis. He kind of knew that the shot was going to come in. Tedrick Meyer. Ball down the line, Alatis is put his shot out of play. Maybe should have pulled it back to Lavelle, he was free in the penalty area. Tedrick Meyer. Now to Williams. Williams to Salubric. Clark, Salubric, Clark. Happy to play it between themselves, but that's a pass that's a bit loose. Fortunate for East Riding, it was out of play as well. Birmingham rotating. Kumar Gill to just knock it across to his teammate. Chiang runs away. Little Hales will take this kick in. So Chiang, back to Little Hales. Onto his left foot, still going. Tries to put it across. Might have hit the arm of Williams, but he's got it right in on his side, so there's not a lot he can do about it. When you start having to cut body parts off, it becomes a disability sport rather than... Bruners to Littlehales. Littlehales can't find a teammate, and Clark will play it into Salubric first time. Salubric Williams cuts it back to Clark. Clark now to Tedjet Meyer. Tedjet Meyer under pressure. Just about keeps hold of the ball from against two of them. Does well in the end, does Tedjet Meyer. Clark. Williams. Williams into Salubric. Salubric turns. Yang with a good challenge. Tedjet Meyer to take. Clark's all the way back towards halfway. Everton goal's blocked again by Chiang, and that's out of play for a corner kick. Tedjet Meyer to take the corner. Clark blocked. Concerned what sort of piping that hit, but ball's all the way across to Salubric. Salubric can't convert. It was a good idea. Kumar Gill. His pass finds Chiang, but Chiang can't get that under control. He went with his right foot instead of his left, and that probably disadvantaged him. Clark with a winning challenge against Chiang, but loses possession of the ball as it's gone out for a kick in. Chaffer's on for Clark. Ball across to Kumar Gill. Kumar Gill to set the kick in just in front of us. It was a Williams challenge who put it out. Back to Aldridge. Aldridge forward. Fletcher takes that in. And he'll throw that out to Chaffer. Chaffer around the corner to Skelton. Skelton trying to cut inside. Williams wanted it. It was intelligent play by Chaffer just to hold his man off and still manage to get it round the corner. Salubric into Williams. Back to Salubric off the bar and in. He hit the bar earlier in the game, but this time he converts off the crossbar. Salubric has his second of his game. And it's 8-4 to East Riding. There's no doubt about it. They can outscore anybody in the league when they want to. It's just the defence that's maybe let them down a little bit this season at times. I say that having only lost one game, and East Riding well on the way to winning another and being in a cup final. Here's Chaffer. Opportunity again. Here's Williams onto his right foot. Williams cuts inside. It's a good block by Aldridge. Oh no, it's not Aldridge, sorry, on the line. It was Lavelle. He's gone into a defensive role and he's going to hobble off. He's hurt himself. Skelton. Salubric. It's out now as Lavelle will switch in for Alatis. Skelton. Ball across is blocked. Chaffer with a challenge. Chaffer's still challenging, still going as Chaffer. It's a bit of a battle between the two of them. Chaffer's still going. He's managed to get a foot on the ball and get it across to Salubric. Foul against East Riding. Chaffer, I thought, maybe won that fairly, but may have dragged his man back slightly. He's going to get booked as well. Lawtey's a little bit frustrated with the refereeing decision. Alatis, who won it, knocks it back to Aldridge. Littlehales. Now to Kumar Gill. Kumar Gill into Alatis. Alatis will get the ball back. Sliding challenge from Williams is a really good defensive bit of play. It's a corner kick to Birmingham. Ball across. It's far too deep from Littlehales and it's out of play for a East Riding kick in right down by the byline. Fletcher knocks the ball out of play. Misplays pass from the goalkeeper. Birmingham to take. Through Alatis. That's straight out of play. I think he had a 4-second countdown on it, maybe. I didn't see it, but here's Skelton. Williams. Salubric looks to beat Kumar Gill. Then rolls it into Tejet Meyer. Good touch from Williams, puts it back inside towards Tejet Meyer. It's out of play. It's a goalkeeper's ball. Ball rolled out. Little Hales with a touch out his feet. Tries to beat Tejet Meyer. The number twos coming up against each other. It's a good battle. Little Hales goes to the ground. And Tejet Meyer with a challenge on Bruiners. Bruiners passes it across to Aldridge, one of the goal scorers for Birmingham. Aldridge looking to turn. Bruiners on his left foot, rolls it down the line, tries to cut it back and puts it into the side netting. Apologise for any language you may have heard in the last minute or so. Bit of frustration from East Riding. It was Bruiners who, I think he ran into the wall. Anyhow, just to give you a bit of a story of the game. Birmingham took a 2-0 lead early on. East Riding then had a flurry of goals to get back into it after a couple of timeouts. And since then, they haven't relinquished the lead. Goals coming for 4 for Skelton so far in the game for East Riding. Chaffer and Williams have a goal each. Salubric scored a brace as well. As for Birmingham, they've got Alatis and Aldridge on the score sheet, as well as Lavelle, who's probably scored the goal of the game actually, with a really nice turn and finish on the volley. It was the opener between the two teams. We're just going to get this underway. You might see there's nobody in East Riding's half of the pitch really, and that's because we've got 3 seconds left of the half. We're right on top of half time, and Fletcher will throw this forward. East Riding have got Clark, Giles, Chaffer. I think it's the biggest players on to launch it towards. Williams is short if he wants to try something a bit different. Fletcher won't go different. He'll throw it forward towards Giles, and the keeper carries that in, and then we'll roll it out. Williams turns, allows the turn, and then it's a shot on goal saved by Fletcher, and that is half time. East Riding lead 8-4 against Birmingham. As I've already mentioned, Skelton with 4 goals, Salubric with 2, Chaffer with 1, as well as Williams. After being behind early on in the game, East Riding are back in the lead. Join us for the second half. Welcome back to the second half here at the Sirius West Academy, East Riding Futsal Club Arena. Nice yellow painted walls. We're just waiting for Birmingham to re-emerge from the dressing room. They're taking the time over this half-time. It is 8-4 at the break. East Riding were 2-0 down. They had hit the post and the bar. So Lubrich hit the bar in the opening minute and Williams then hit the post. Birmingham then got a couple of quick goals. Aldridge and Lavelle with finishes. East Riding then forced their way back into the lead and haven't relinquished it since. Skelton with 4, Chaffer with 1, Salubrich with 2, Williams with 1 as well. And Birmingham actually managed to get themselves a 10-metre penalty with the amount of fouls conceded in that first half. Salubrich to get us underway. East Riding in their usual black and yellow, black shorts, yellow socks. Birmingham in their off-white grey shirts, black shorts and yellow socks, just to confuse you all. And here is Tejet Meyer to Salubrich. Same starting four for East Riding as they had in the first half. And that's the first foul against Birmingham for the second half. So you've got Denson, Tejet Meyer, Salubrich, Williams and Skelton, the captain. And I believe Birmingham have made one change from their starting four at the start of the first half with Alatis in, the captain. Lavelle is also in. I don't think he started the first half, but here's Skelton under some pressure, forced backwards. Salubrich is offering, the ball's into Salubrich, he turns, he can't get it under control though. Alatis into Chiang. Chiang, the number 11, cutting in right-footed shot, pushed away by Denson to his left. Lavelle, I think, pulled up with a bit of a knock. It might be a groin injury. It didn't look too clever. Salubrich to get us underway. Skelton under pressure has won himself a goalkeeper's ball though. Ruiners is on. Tejet Meyer over the left-hand side. Skelton in support. Salubrich onto his right foot. Tries to nutmeg Aldridge. Aldridge has tried to get beyond his man. So Aldridge with a finish. It's a hard strike into the top corner. Denson couldn't get a second save on it. Aldridge's second of the game. East Riding still have a 3-goal cushion. Aldridge with a good finish. Skelton. Ball into Salubric. Salubric turns, tries to find Pedjet Meyer with a roll back between his legs. Here's Salubric with a first touch, a second touch, it keeps it in the air. Williams back to Salubric. Pedjet Meyer. Down the line to Skelton. Skelton will look to get an effort on goal. It's a good idea seeing as the keeper was out of position, but ball thrown forward. Bruners heads it inside. He's not found a teammate. It's a kick into East Riding on the left in their defensive half. Salubric under pressure. Actually, Bruners didn't press as high as he had been in the first. Pedjet Meyer once more. Everybody now inside Birmingham's half. Pedjet Meyer, Williams, ball back to Pedjet Meyer, but Birmingham will look to break away. Jang. Bruners under pressure from Skelton. Bruners has cleared the ball into Pedjet Meyer. Salubric, everything seemed to go in slow motion then. Salubric's effort on goal is deflected out for a corner kick. The ball back from Bruners was lazy in all honesty. He hadn't looked that Pedjet Meyer was there, and Pedjet Meyer latched onto it as that ball's thrown long. Header won. Skelton under pressure, conceded himself a kick in. Dave Lottie stood to our left now, and he's still not impressed with the start of the second half. Birmingham, the first team to draw blood in the second half. Ball played forward, and out of play by Aldridge. Skelton. Williams now from Pedjet Meyer. Ball into Salubric on his right foot to his left. He's dropped a bit deeper to try and find some space. Skelton. Pedjet Meyer's cross in has been blocked. It's out for another corner kick. Last time I knew Eagles were drawing 5-5 with Atletico City Birmingham. It would be a big impact on the table. East Riding could win the league if they win this game actually now with that result, if that is a confirmed result. Pedjet Meyer. Williams turns onto his right foot. Salubric back to Williams. Pedjet Meyer again. Salubric. Skelton. Williams. Salubric. Effort from Williams on the volley is just wide. It's a good effort, but into the near post. Keeper just taking his time over this. Thrown long. Pedjet Meyer with the intercept. Turns back to Denson. Quite happy to play it back to his goalkeeper, but that's the last time he'll be able to do that in this rotation of play. Skelton inside the half. He has to go from range. He scored 4 today. It's not like he's not been on target. Pedjet Meyer wins the ball back. He'll have an effort on goal. It's deflected wide. He's not managed to get a goal today. He got a few last week. Pedjet Meyer back to Williams. Skelton's an option. Goes to him on halfway. Salubric will just about keep hold of the ball. Under pressure from Little Hales. Still going Salubric. Now Williams puts him onto his right foot. Effort from Rangers deflected by Little Hales and out for another corner. It's out for a kick in. Birmingham sitting deep again, pushing out to halfway, okay. Salubric turns his man and Salubric just wide. Unusually to miss that chance. I mean, he has hit the bar. I think he's also hit the post in this game. Fortunate one of his goals was given to him, but ball's thrown long. Denson will go up, punches it away. And Little Hales goes down in the... pushes Pedjet Meyer to the ground. That's a second foul against Birmingham in this second half. East Riding go to 42 points with a victory today. Tries to find Tedrick. Back to Williams. Go. Williams again. Go forward, driving forward, still going Williams. Has to put back and from Kumar Gill puts out for a kicker. Yeah, there was 6 points between East Riding and Atletico City Birmingham before the start of the game. There's 3 games left after today, so it would be an 8-point gap, and it will be won today. It will possibly be at Manchester away next week, Manchester B, as that's intercepted by Tedrick Meyer. Tedrick Meyer drives forward, tries to find Skelton. Skelton into Salute, which is a really nice bit of play. Once again, Lucas Salubric has himself a hat-trick today. And Salubric has number 46 for the season. An incredible amount of goals. As that ball's been passed out of play. Having only played just over a full season for East Riding now, Salubric is very close to catching Danny Clark's goal tally within maybe 2 years. As he gets the ball once more. Tedrick Meyer with a nice flick to Chineri. Chineri across goal, and it's out of play for a corner. Keeper seems to think he had kept it in. I don't think he had. Chineri certainly didn't think he had from there. East Riding leading 9-5. As that ball's put across. To try and get out from deep. That ball's just caught the camera for a minute. So hopefully we'll be back. I don't know whether this is just audio only for the minute. Anyway, East Riding just defending at the minute. Skelton with a good count. Denson to Chineri. Skelton once more, putting his pad into his right foot, ball across. And Tedrick Meyer can't keep that in, and it's a Birmingham ball. Chiang. We're kicking down the line. Bruners can't keep hold of it. Tedrick Meyer with a good challenge. Tedrick Meyer still going. He's still pushing on. Looking to find Skelton. Skelton had his ball across to Chineri, blocked. That's good defending by the goalkeeper as Clark's on. Back to Skelton. Tedrick Meyer to Clark. Skelton. Move forward into Tedrick Meyer. Hooks it against the post and it's running at the post again. I mean, they really could be well into double figures if they hadn't hit the post so many times in this game. It's a Birmingham ball because it didn't hit anybody on the way through or back out. Little Hales to take this. Gone a little bit fly keeper for the minute, but that didn't last very long. Alatis loses the ball to Chaffer. Chaffer tries to flick the ball around the corner. Chaffer then regaining possession. A nice ball across to Clark. Skelton. Clark looking for Chineri. Chineri's hits it slightly too far ahead of Skelton. Chineri himself probably would have gotten to the end of that rather than Skelton, but Cooper just doing his laces. And slowing the game down a little bit again. Ball thrown long. Clark with the intercept. Alatis has shielded that well out for a kick into Birmingham. Little Hales to take the kick in. Number 2, right-footed down the line, Alatis. That's a Little Hales. He'll have a driving effort on goal. It's blocked. Chineri pressing away with it. East Riding ball, despite the protestations of the Birmingham players. Visitors are sitting in the group with Chineri goes to floor. Little Hales with a challenge on Chineri. gone down the line for this. You've got Clark lined up over it. Caffer's over on the far side, as is Skelton. Ball across to Skelton. Back to Chaffer. Chaffer will go down the line. Chiang with a good challenge. It's cleared away. It's a bit of an opportunity waste. East Riding sort of stalled on the ball from the set piece. Now they'll try and build. Ball comes off the chest of Aldridge. Clark into Chaffer. Chaffer out his feet from wide to Skelton. Skelton to Clark. Skelton. Clark both getting each other's way. Clark wins himself a foul and then immediately gives away the ball from a free kick. That's a fourth foul against Birmingham. Ball hit against Chineri with a bit of an argument over on this near side, but nothing the referee hasn't handled. Chaffer will get the ball. We're back across into East Riding, into Birmingham territory. Ball across from Chaffer, can't find Chineri. It's a good idea, but Chineri was a little bit deep to get hold of it. Giles is on for the first time in the second half. He blocks that ball out of play for a kick in. Coaching staff for Birmingham trying to rev up the team. I think he actually might be the substitute keeper, Martins, but the ball's back to Aldridge under pressure from Giles. Giles still putting in a challenge, and then with some help from Chineri, East Riding have the ball back. Chineri will have an effort on goal. It's well saved by the keeper, and he does well to keep hold of it a second time. Chaffer moves forward with it. Good intercept. Chineri back to Chaffer. It's a good save from the keeper. Chaffer tries to bundle it home. The keeper does well to keeper has moved the goal in one of his actions, and the referee's just trying to get it back on the spot. And they just have a little bit more of a delay in play. It seems a little bit unnecessary, some of the shouting and arguing going on. Chaffer drops short. Clark's there as an option. He goes to Clark. Chaffer's made a run to this near side. The ball goes into Giles. It's won back by Aldridge. Aldridge into Alatais. Alatais has got the kick in, drops it to the floor, does the Birmingham captain. Under time pressure, puts it across. Giles intercepts and tries to play it into Chineri. Finds him well. Here's Chaffer. Chaffer back to Giles on the start of his move. It breaks to Chineri. It's blocked with the feet of the goalkeeper. Clark under no pressure and loses out to Bruiners. Clark into Giles. Giles back to Clark. Clark goes down the line and tries to cut it back. It's well blocked by Aldridge. He's had a good game. 2 goals to his name. Defensively, he's worked really hard. Ball across is spilt away. Chaffer can't get behind it. I think he really should have followed through and had a shot on goal, but the defender does well to block his path. East Riding just trying to force Birmingham backwards. Chiang can't keep hold of the ball, but Birmingham have got it once more through the captain, Alatats. He'll get it off the ball down the line from Aldridge. Denson knocks out for a corner. Chiang's coming off for Kumar Gill. Number 3 just wanders across towards the far post. That corner's played short and thumps into the hands of Denson. Alatais into Bruiners. Bruiners looking to turn, back heels it into Clark, and it'll be a Birmingham ball once more. Alatais to take. Aldridge turns. Kumar Gill looking for an effort on goal, and Denson can't keep it out. It's come off his shin and gone into the corner. Christian Kumar Gill gets his first goal of the game as he cuts back onto his right foot. Aims it through the bodies and Denson can't keep it out. It's now 9-6 to East Riding. Clark under pressure. Goes backwards. Denson. Chaffer. Giles. Pineri. Turned by Chaffer. Can't actually get it away. Now goes to Giles. Clark on halfway. Chaffer turn and shot. It's good save by the keeper. He's done well to get a hand to it. Little Hales keeps that in. Right down the line. He puts the ball back and Bruin has managed to get himself into the area. Little Hales and Chaffer have had a look that they're coming together. Chaffer already on a booking, maybe has to be a little bit careful for the moment. Pineri over the far side with a kick in. Down the line towards Giles. Giles can't keep hold of it. Chaffer kicks it down the line. It's out for a Birmingham ball. Allardyce to take this. Kumar Gill makes a movement, but Little Hales is shot on goal saved by Denson. It's tipped away. Corner kick. Ball knocked back into Little Hales. It goes all the way through to the keeper and Williams closes him down. It's thrown long and hard, intercepted by Chaffer. Giles to Chineri. Williams passes wayward and East Riding lose possession again. Birmingham building a bit of pressure for the first time in the game. Ball out for a Birmingham ball. Pineri intercepts and then Giles is brought down by Bruners. It was accidental, he was trying to get to the ball, he was just slow. And Bruners immediately knew that it was a foul, and it's the 5th foul against Birmingham. Any more and it's a 10-metre penalty, I believe. Bruners might be going in the book for that. And he is indeed. Tejit Meyer on for Chaffer. With his white trainers and black laces. Into Chineri, dances round, tries to get beyond Allardyce and can't do so. Wins himself a corner kick though over that far side. East Riding pull it to 1-2 between Chineri and Tejit Meyer. Tejit Meyer will get it off Giles. And Birmingham will look to break away. Good challenge from Giles. He wins the ball back. Williams. Tejit Meyer. Williams runs round. Tejit Meyer from range. His effort's blocked. Giles has got a foot on it and Tejit Meyer can't get there. It's out for a Birmingham ball. Kumar Gill to take. Aldridge. Allardyce under pressure has lost the ball and tries to win it back. Here's Chineri. Chineri and Giles have not quite read each other. And I think Chineri was aiming for Giles and Giles thought Williams was going to run onto it. Just a misunderstanding, a bit of frustration again from East Riding. They've not managed to get more than one in this half as Little Hales has cleared the bar and it was wide. It wasn't handsome, wasn't the effort. Williams, good pressure from Kumar Gill. He actually beat him there, but turned back. Here's Giles. Giles under pressure, looking to turn and shoot, and scores anyway, despite being fouled. He backed his man up all the way and then just poked it home into the far corner. And East Riding are now into double figures. Birmingham will get us back underway. Chiang back to Aldridge. Little Hales turns, tries to put across goal. It's a nice little interception by Chineri and Tejit Meyer goes down, Little Hales feels he didn't foul him, and Little Hales goes into the book. East Riding will have a 10-metre penalty. Skelton's already converted one today. He'll be looking to get his 5th goal of the game. Just lining up in his pale green trainers. Just sorts out 5 metres away from the ball as Skelton steps up. Saved by the keeper. Williams hits the post again. And it's a good save by the keeper, but it's a bit too close to him from Skelton on that occasion. As that ball's thrown forward, Williams wins the header, but it's out for a Birmingham ball. Kumar Gill. Yang turns. Williams hadn't got the better of him, and it's a save by Fletcher. It's out of play for a goal for a Birmingham ball. Bruners is back on. Kumar Gill down the line. Alatais. It's cleared away. Tejit Meyer has an option across the far side. It's Williams, but goes to Chineri in between. Williams to Chineri. Williams intercepted. Williams will regain possession now. Tejit Meyer. Giles. Chineri. Tejit Meyer turns, can't keep hold of it. Chiang. Now to Alatais. Alatais from range, just tipped over by Fletcher. Williams is off for Clark. Yang to take. Effort on goal by Bruners is blocked by Clark. Clark will try and break away. He has an option to play across. Giles is not there. It's a little too deep for Giles. He just needs to have maybe more of a square pass. Or maybe he could have gone on his own. He would have had a good opportunity. The keeper had moved himself into a position to block the cross. As it was Fletcher then just tipping it away, and East Riding will build forward again. On halfway, the only player in East Riding's half is Clark of the outfielders, as Chineri moves inside and finishes. He seems to get one of those every other game. He cuts in from the left, beats one, beats two, and then puts it into the far corner of the net. And Chineri has his first of the game. East Riding lead 11-6. Clark wins the ball back. Rolls it back to Tejit Meyer. It's saved by the keeper. The keeper then regathers it and tries to move it out to Aldridge. Aldridge onto his right foot. Effort on goal. Saved by Fletcher, and it's put into the side. Netting by Alatais. Giles has run into Chiang. Chineri. Tejit Meyer. Clark. Moves central. Now wide to Chineri. Chineri has Giles inside. It's well taken down by Bruners. Chineri down in the corner. Clark's ball around the corner is intercepted. There's an opportunity for Birmingham. It's blocked wide, I think. It's not blocked wide, according to the referee. It's out of play for the goalkeeper's ball. Is Giles. Giles then can't find a teammate. Birmingham have it back once more. Bruners. Jiang. Down the line to Little Hales. Little Hales loses it out. And East Riding can come forward to Giles onto his left foot. Effort on goals squirmed wide by the keeper's foot. Shot on goal from Tidget Myers, saved this time by the keeper. Kumar Gill under pressure, loses out. Tidget Meyer again. Moves forward, ball across. Giles can't turn it home. Keeper jumbles with it and then throws it out long to Little Hales. Little Hales was then pulled down Chineri. And it's another 10-metre penalty against Birmingham. Chineri did really well to get himself between the man and the ball and shield it. And Little Hales then decided to commit the foul. And it'll be Skelton to take once more. Skelton lining this one up. He missed the last one, but he converted his first. With brushes to the bottom of his trainers with his hands. Steps up, right-footed. Skelton then has it saved by the keeper. Down to his left. Skelton then has an effort on goal directly from the corner, and it's out of play for another. Saved by the keeper at the near post. Skelton will try and knock the ball back to Giles. Giles will hit the ball into Allardyce. Skelton turns, won it back, tries to beat his man. Aldridge with a good challenge, but Skelton keeps hold of it. Aldridge still going with a tackler. Allardyce battling with Giles. Cutting inside, plays it across. Skelton moved it away. Now Salubric will look to break. Salubric beats Aldridge and he draws in another foul. And it's another. Just a little bit of an argument about where you can take this penalty from. Skelton lining this one up again. He actually scored one back to the days when East Riding were playing at university from an unusual angle, because obviously you can take it from anywhere on the arc. Skelton just having a chat with Salubric just before he takes this. I'm hoping it's not a Thierry Henry Perez penalty. F on goal scored this time. Keeper spread himself wide and Skelton has his 5th of the game. Converting that one. Keeper went down and he hit his hand as he was going the wrong way. East Riding now lead 12-6. And Salubric has the ball back almost immediately. Well won back by Bruners. Bruners can't get the ball under control from a Chang pass. Clark to Chineri into Giles. Giles can't get it out his feet without losing the ball. Clark almost runs into Kumar Gill. Fletcher throws it long towards Giles. Giles will just let that run long. And it's out of play for a goalkeeper's ball, but it is a timeout. First one used in this second half. East Riding leading 12-6. Goals coming from Skelton, 5 of them. Salubric has a hat-trick. Williams, Giles, Chaffer and Chineri all on target. As for time left, we've got 6 of it. And you can catch anything that East Riding put up online on their social media channels or on YouTube. Everything from the podcast to courtside. Episode 3 is currently out. Episode 4 will be out soon as well, we hope. And you also have any live coverage is replayed. It's on there for anybody to see. If you missed any of this game and wanted to watch it back, the highlights will also be on YouTube too, and no doubt social media at a later date. Birmingham just taking the time over this. 6 minutes to go, as I mentioned. East Riding have a 6-goal lead. Could have been so much more. Skelton's missed a couple of penalties. They've hit the bar at least bar and post, the woodwork at least on 4 occasions. Salubric is closing Chiang down. Chiang beats him and he's gone out of play to do so. Clark to take this kick in towards Giles. It deflects up. Salubric has kept that in. He makes his man. Then finds Chineri. Chineri chips it. Keeper gathers. And Bruner's with a slow step over, move inside, tries to play Little Hales in. Can't do so. It's out of play. East Riding have the kick in. Here's Salubric. Salubric puts inside onto his right foot. Ball across to Clark. Clark will drive it towards goal. I think it was going wide, but it's blocked. I mentioned before, Clark has got 8 against these in the past. A 9-2 victory back in 2023-24. I think he scored on that occasion. He scored 5. He scored a hat-trick in the 9-4 defeat, though, of the same season. Skelton scored actually in the 9-2 win in that year as well. That was his first year playing senior futsal games for East Riding as that ball's played forward. Bit of a battle between Clark and Alatis, and Alatis' efforts into the side netting. He's done that a few times. He's broke away and then put it into the side netting. Clark turns straight into Giles. Giles out his feet. Giles looking to poke it home, but it's blocked and the keeper will gather into the left-hand side of his post. Giles wins it back. Giles drives it towards goal, and again the keeper saves. It's been an all-action-packed game, as this. Chineri will flick to Salubric. Back to Chineri. Little Hales under a challenge. Chineri. Maybe got a little bit of argument from the East Riding bench. Unhappy that felt Chineri won the ball first. Little Hales to take the free kick. That is one. Jan comes short and goes wide. Ball goes into Alatis. Turns. Clark with a challenge. And a free kick given against East Riding. Second foul given against East Riding. They had a clean slate up until the timeout not long ago. Birmingham have already had their 5 fouls. And that's why we've seen a couple of 10-metre penalties in this half. Alatis to line this one up. Little Hales is also there. Little Hales actually 13 goals this season. He's wandered off to the right-hand side. Alatis, effort on goal, blocked by Clark. Out to Little Hales, and it's just wide on the volley. Fletcher will throw this long towards Giles. Header out, and it's out for a corner kick to East Riding. Salubric runs across to take it. Chineri, Clark. Chineri, and it's a hook wide, I think, by Little Hales at the near post. Salubric. Clark across. It was a dummy from Chineri. Clark, Fletcher. Hits it forward all the way through to the keeper. The game's become a little bit erratic. And people who had markers are now no longer having markers. Salubric into Chineri. Salubric. Ball inside towards Giles, intercepted, and Birmingham will look to half break, but as that just saw one of the Birmingham players run into our desk. Apologies for that. You may have had a little bit of commotion, but F on goal by Clark's blocked. And Clark's won it back once more with Fletcher. Ball forward to Giles. Giles with a good touch. On the right-hand side, ball across. It's pushed into the side netting. East Riding of a corner. We'll just regain our bearings here as Clark finds Chineri. Chineri looking for a second goal of the game. Salubric. Clark. Chineri again. Cutting inside, ball all the way across to Giles. Giles puts it across. It's almost finished. Keeper saves again. Bruners tries to turn. Chineri And Clark collide with Bruiners and foul given. Third of the game. Well, third of the half, sorry, against East Riding. Clark holding off Kumar Gill. Fletcher into Salubric. Salubric turns. Aldridge faces him up. Giles cuts back onto his right foot. Now to Chineri. Chineri comes back inside. Giles again. Chineri still going on the left hand side with a nice spin. And inside to Salubric. He doesn't need the second opportunity. And Salubric on this fourth of the game, created almost entirely by Chineri's run. Ran from right to left and pulled the ball back, and Salubric puts it under the keeper. East Riding lead 13-6. And Salubric has 43 for the season. Sorry, 47 for the season. He started the day on 43. That's a really nice finish from Aldridge. He has his hat-trick. It really came from nothing. And that's suddenly 13-7 in the space of about 10 seconds. Williams, Chaffer, under pressure, gets the ball away but loses out. That ball's being played long by Kumar Gill. Here's Chaffer once more. Williams has dropped short. He'll try and go down the line to Chaffer and does so. Chaffer can't keep hold of the ball. He has to be careful because he's already on a yellow card. Alatices puts it under some pressure. Salubric has won it back off Aldridge. Williams. Salubric. Williams again. Skelton. Williams with a step over and inside to Salubric. Salubric looks up. Williams ball across. It's out of play. Williams. Salubric. Chaffer into Williams. Skelton gets the ball ahead of the keeper but rolls it out for a Birmingham kick-in. Possibly have Dave Lawton in the background. A fairly eventful game. That ball's down the line to Alatize. Chiang. Under pressure from Chaffer. Ball given to Williams. Skelton holds it up to Salubric. Salubric onto his right foot. Williams. Chaffer. Skelton. Thought about shooting. Went to Salubric instead. Salubric goes down. Thought he was pulled. Effort on goals tipped over by Fletcher. It's out for a corner kick. Corner kick, taken short to Little Hales. Little Hales will get it back from a run around from Aldridge. It's Little Hales' first goal of the game. It was a nice run around play and it's a good finish into the far corner. Fletcher couldn't get down to it quick enough and Birmingham have an 8th of the game. Little Hales has tried to get there. It's out for a corner ball. Fletcher cleared it along. Salubric ball across. It's taken in by the keeper. Ball rolled all the way out and downfield. The goalkeeper's ball again. East Riding leading by 5. They should have this under wraps, really. But Skelton. Force back. As Williams down the line. Can't find Williams. It's intercepted by Bruiners. Out of play. Bruiners to take this kick in. Chiang goes forward. Ball straight into Williams. Salubric pokes it against the post. Salubric again chips it home. A lovely dinked finish over the diving keeper. It was given away really easy from a Birmingham kick-in. And Salubric had his 5th goal of the game. How often have we said that this season? And East Riding have a 14-8 lead now. Skelton with an effort. Skelton scores! Birmingham give the ball away again. And immediately are punished for it. East Riding now 15-8 up. Skelton with his 6th for double hat-trick today. Birmingham are flagging a bit. Here's Bruners to Little Hales, and it's almost put into his own net this time by the Lubrich. Ball is cleared away by Fletcher. Williams inside to Slubrich. Slubrich has lost out, and Birmingham will look to break away. It's 3-on-2, an opportunity to get the ball across goal. It's out for a goalkeeper's ball. It's a dangerous ball across goal. Skelton puts it inside. Allardyce gets there first. Williams allows him to pick the ball out. Goalkeeper's ball again. Fletcher to throw this out. Rolled it to Slubrich. Slubrich turns into the final 10 seconds or so. Chang puts it back. Williams into Skelton. Skelton's ball into Slubrich. Slubrich back to Skelton. Blocked. Slubrich wanted it again, but Skelton couldn't get it beyond the keeper. Ball flicked round the corner. Williams out his feet. Williams effort on goal. It's off the keeper, off the bar, and then I think off the keeper again. I don't know whether they're going to give it to Williams. They have given it to Williams for a second. It's 16-8, and that is full time. Goals coming 6 for Skelton, 5 for Slubrich, 2 for Williams, 1 for Chineri, 1 for Giles, and 1 for Chaffer. East Riding now on 42 points this season and continue their incredible run in the league. Next up for East Riding, we've got Manchester B away. Atletico City Birmingham is coming up as well, and then Bolton B is the final home game of the season. And we'll hope to hear from you next time.